it's time for you to take your life seriously. We're gonna call this chapter The Takeover. I remember after freshman year, I was a little self-conscious. I wanted to be more attractive, more popular, whatever, right? I started to care more about what people thought. And so I started to take care of myself more, which was a good thing, but it wasn't for the right reasons. But regardless, started to take care of myself more, started doing my hair, putting stuff on my hair, learning about hygiene and face routine, and I started making music, and then I started finding people that I looked up to and basically molded myself to becoming something like that, something better. So boom, sophomore year comes, and you know what I'm saying, I go straight up to the girls that overlooked me, let's say, not necessarily rejected me or whatever, but let's say overlooked me, and I start hearing, damn, when Isaiah went up to me, I didn't even recognize him. Damn, Isaiah grew up. Damn, he looks way different. He acts way different. And then I started getting the wannabe J. Cole. That's what people would call me. Wannabe J. Cole, whatever. Well, I took it as a compliment. I'm like, okay, I did my job. I'm not telling you this to blaze myself and to boast myself up and to let you know how great I am. But it's to make the point that that change that I went through was not just physical, it was mental. That change that everybody noticed, the glow up. Not only did I necessarily glow up in looks, but I grew up in spirit. I was almost a different person, and I felt like it too. And I tell people, like, I'm not even the same person I was, and I believed it. And so if I can do that in over a summer, which is what, 2.5 months, imagine what you can do in 3 months, 6 months, a year. So here's the actionable step. This is the time where you need to start writing what you want for yourself, who you want to be, and how you're gonna get it, how you're gonna achieve these things, the actions that you must take, and not negotiating with yourself, not settling. For example, if you want to be attractive, you must know what that entails. That must entail maybe a new haircut, and it's gonna suck. That's a little scary for some people because they don't want to risk getting messed up more than they already are. Maybe that takes skincare routine, that takes hygiene stuff, that takes maybe investments financially that you need to take, whether if that's getting braces, Invisalign, whatever it is. Also, like I said before, a haircut, clothes, that requires you going to the gym, eating right. If you want to be a fighter, if you want to be a world champion class fighter, that takes training 2 times a day or even more. That takes you sacrificing those hangouts, sacrificing those birthdays, sacrificing those holidays, sacrificing those meet up with the boys, because you're constantly in the gym training, working on your craft, sharpening your sword. You're not always going to be motivated, but you will always and can be always dedicated, consistent, and disciplined. That's what I mean when I say it's a non-negotiable. When I felt like slacking, when I felt like taking it easy, like, I just had to remember what made me take this journey in the first place, how it felt to be a nobody, how it felt to not be invited to places or not be included or to be rejected. That was me. But I also, doing that work, I saw my potential. I saw how much further I can go. I saw who I can be if I stayed on track. And I fell in love with making that image, making that reality into this reality. Isn't that a crazy thing? A picture, an image of ourselves, anything we can create in our mind and become that truly. Start taking the steps and years later just be something that was a mere image in our brain, but now we are that. Isn't that crazy? So you gotta ask yourself, who are you really, and embody it fully. So this year is an apology to yourself so that you can get up and make things happen. So that when you pass by people that once knew you, the old you, the person that wasn't even really you, they don't recognize the you now. Your aura, your presence is just different. You're just different. You're built different. How you move is different. But you do that by first changing what you say, changing how you think, and changing what you do so that it's tailored more into the vision of the better self that you see in your mind, and making it real, choosing actions every day that align with that. We're on full attack mode for this year. When you don't work for what you want, when you drag your feet, when you feel like you have all the time in the world, guess what? Somebody else would gladly take it from you. The person that's hungry would gladly take it from you. I was just having this conversation with my coach today because I was asking him, like, damn, like, how are you so strong, but like he's a smaller person, right? And but small as well. Like, how are you? He said he would lift 350 at 150 pounds, right? And I was like, what was the standard? Like, what did you train for? What was the goal? And he told me he knew what his job was. He knew who he wanted to be. He knew who he was, and it became an obsession to become the best. Nobody would best him. Nobody could even live up to his level. That's the mindset he had, and it became an obsession. And then he told me at one point, when you started winning your fights, because I think I said this before, I lost my first 2 fights as a boy, and then when I got older, I was on a straight win streak. He said when you started winning, you started to believe. And I said that's true, because I never wanted to feel that feeling again. And I knew that no matter what, if it went down to us being evenly skilled, it doesn't matter, because I'm not going to be the one that breaks first. If it goes down to that, I will not be the one that breaks first. And so that's how I trained, and it became an obsession. So I understood that. And that's how it's got to be for you. Because if not, somebody that's hungrier is going to gladly take it from you. And that's what I mean. That's what I'm telling you. Here's a quote that I saw from a video that helps me push whenever, at least now. Some days, everybody has their off days, right? But it's something for you to think about. If tomorrow's not a guarantee, how far would you push? If you thought today was your last opportunity to ever do the thing, how far would you go? If today was your last day to do the workout, to ever train, how far would you push? Because the message is not even about regretting that you knew you could. The message is you knowing you had more to give, more in the tank to push, that you had greater potential and that you never used it. So it's your time to capitalize, to become a stronger and just a different individual, become greater than yourself now. This is where you got to push past your limit, because if you don't, your path ends here. Shout out to Yami from Black Clover, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, mad love. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Check out the merch. If you want one-to-one coaching, it's there. And oh yeah, subscribe to my schools. Peace.